Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. An all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
Hello, it's an amazing Saturday evening on Matter Africa, a program designed for women in Africa. Women are said to be outstanding, but it's perceived that they are underrepresented in politics. Today we'll be discussing poor representation of women in politics. I am privileged to be with an outstanding personality, a woman that has stood her ground, that is outstanding. Today with me is Ambassador Dr. Kema Chikwe. Ma, we're pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
Ma, women's political participation has been recognized internationally as an important measure of the status of women in any particular country. Hence, in recent years, women's participation in politics and decision making has received significant attention across the world. However, women remain seriously underrepresented in decision-making positions. What could be the reason behind the poor representation? And looking at the Nigerian political system, do you think a woman can rule this country?
You talked about significant recognition. I wouldn't say significant recognition. There's been awareness among women. And, the general public about women participating in politics. The truth is that more women are getting educated and more women are getting enlightened and sensitive to their environment and their government. However, that does not translate into the desired results in politics. You are right, there's poor representation. Well, to begin with, you see, we have a patriarchal society in Nigeria, specifically. It's a men's world. And if you have to contest election, you normally would go to your ward. That is your constituency. For Nigeria, it's a place of birth is very, very important in politics. Sometimes many women who are competent to contest election may not have resided in their constituencies or their places of birth for a very long time, so they may not even have reached there, but they have to go there to register and to contest elections. It's unusual to see a woman contesting outside where she was born. Now, you know that in those communities too, they are chauvinistic. Most Nigeria is a developing country. You know, we still have the village setting. It doesn't matter what the structure of government is. So our culture and the traditions are preponderant in considering women for politics, even women themselves. Many of them would rather support people than contest. And up till now, very few women receive recognition for the ambition to run for a position. And that is the truth. So women are, playing politics in a very difficult environment where the issue of women are not prioritized at all.
There's a claim that fewer women run for political office because of family concerns and responsibilities. Could this be a matter of self-perception and self-doubt amongst women?
That's precisely what I'm telling you. It's about the culture, it's about the tradition. And, it's the women. There are defined roles in the tradition or in our culture for women. But that is not to say that women are not politically conscious. After all, in the 30s, you had the Aba Women's Riot. They were sensitized because they saw the need to break a syndrome of asking them to pay tax when they had no income. Nigerian women consistently have shown significant interest in politics. But what I'm telling you is that what it takes to do the politics, most of them don't have. You see, if you look at law, for instance, a woman cannot bail anybody from police. You can't, sign bail for anybody. Again, if you go to raise money for business, you may not have the collateral to get that money. So you don't have enough women that are financially empowered to run politics. And politics in Nigeria, whether we like it or not, takes a lot of money. It involves money. Most importantly, in Nigeria, for instance, when I was appointed minister, there was petition against my nomination by my governor because the general opinion of the men was, why should it be our state that a woman would represent? You understand? That why would they take men in other states and then take a woman? So it meant that the president hated our state by nominating a woman. And even to make it worse, when I was appointed, I was made Minister of Transport. So people doing business at the port did not consider me incompetent. But their problem was, a woman would normally do things the right way. So all the illegal ways of doing things at the port, would not continue. So it's the perception of the society. And because this is our culture, it's been like this, So women themselves, a lot of them don't have the confidence. A lot of women feel, okay, if I contest for election, I am not going to get that support. A woman, like you have your wife, and you're treating your wife like somebody below you. And another man's wife comes to be your governor or to, take decisions over you, design policies for the country. It's difficult for them to take. It's sad, but the narrative has not changed. It's just that women with education, with more enlightenment, awareness, and so on, they're trying to bulldoze their way. But unfortunately, we have not done very well.
How do we make sure that women enjoy the same professional protection and measure up with the equality as everyone else?
But most women, if you go to contest election, for instance, and you fail, you feel so, your morale sags. And it doesn't, it doesn't matter. You continue. You understand?
The fight to...
Yes, there's a lot of struggle for women to succeed in all spheres of life. There's nowhere that is easy at all. You understand? So for women to break through, you must be consistent. But basically, what I advocate is that most educated women should also help to make sure that women are educated. It's basic requirement. Because it is when you are educated, your mind is more developed, you acquire more confidence, and you're able to challenge the obstacles that are posed for you, in your community. So I think let's first and foremost get it right by promoting the girl-child education and even higher education for women.
A member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Gudaji Mohammed, said giving women too much laissez-faire might lead to the eventual overthrow of men. Do you really think that's the fear of men in giving women the opportunity to occupy executive positions, or it's something more than that?
Well, I don't even see with him. I think the same man, what he also said is, that the women are already controlling the domestic level of the society. Then you come out again and give them the policy making. Then there'll be no space for men. But that's not true. The truth is that women are not seeking to occupy every space. What they are seeking for equality is to stabilize the society. Because if we treat everybody as human beings, it's a human question. You cannot decide that the population of Nigeria, I think women outnumber the men by maybe an insignificant percentage. I don't know what they put, but from the way this society operates, I think there are more women. But okay, now, the women that are more than men, if they are ignored, then it means that half the society, or more than half the society, is redundant, is not doing anything, and that society cannot move. It will be a burden to the men themselves. So the issue of equality is for stabilization. It's for development. And the man was only trying to protect his position. You see, this is what we say. When the election comes, they say these things to intimidate the women, to tell the society not to vote for a woman. These are the reasons. These are the campaign, their campaign strategies, for demoralizing women or making women lose interest in politics. But what is amazing is that each and every one of these men would want women to support them. When they go on campaign, you see that on campaign trails, you have so many women. So what we are saying now to women is, look, you have to, as a matter of fact, decide that this power you transfer to the men to become policymakers, and the policymakers, their policy making, the policies they make are not favorable to the women. They can change the narrative, no matter how few they are, because the number of women that are educated, if you go to the universities, tertiary institutions, and you see that there are quite a number of women there. So we're saying that they should mobilize, and they should, education gives you the confidence, But again, you have to strategize. The truth also is that, you see, contesting election is not as easy as talking about it. You must be fully prepared. First, you must be prepared to interact with your constituency, immerse yourself in the society, in the constituency. You don't look down on anybody because you're educated or because you have the money to do it and so on. You have to, yes, you have to treat people with absolute humility, acceptance, so that they will have that confidence that if they vote you to represent them, they can also reach you. Because time and again, they vote people and you don't see those people again. They become too big for them. And that's what the men fear. They fear also that if they support us to win election and we become whatever we were elected for, now we will become superior to them.
Don't want that.
Exactly, and they've lost control. But the truth is, his strategy should be, look, build the confidence that it's not about being superior to anybody, but it's about building the society and stabilizing it.
Thank you very much, ma, for having our time. That was informative, and as well, we're able to get some tips from you on how to stand out for women in politics.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
This is where we'll come to the end of today's episode of Matter Africa on television Nigerian. For the women out there, politics is another stand for you to exercise your strength, strategize your goals. Motivation is another key for you to succeed. Do not be intimidated by any level of position in decision making. You do yourself well, and then moving forward, your next action in career should be politics. Thank you for watching Matter Africa. I remain Blessing Akpera. Do have a lovely weekend.